Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday, and today, hey, does it really matter? This is a Raven, by the way. Does it really matter the cane that you're carrying for self-protection? And if so, if it does matter, how does that play into the functionality of self-protection? And is there an instance where it doesn't matter what cane you're carrying? Before we get into that, a warm welcome to all. And listen, if you like the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that little bell icon so that you don't miss any future content. Avail yourself. You have several free resources. The most important one, and this is the next best time to do it, because we should have done this in November, December, but if you haven't done this for 2024, text the letters CCC for Cane Clarity Call to the number on the screen. In less than 24 hours, we'll be on a conversation with you, learning where you are right now. What is it that attracts you to the cane and what we do, answering all your questions, and more importantly, how can you get cane trained from the comfort of wherever you reside. Also, look at the description, because you have several Facebook groups that are now open to the general public. So does it matter what cane you're carrying? And the immediate answer to that is yes, it does, especially in particular when you know what you're doing. Say what? When you know what you're doing, because how you respond, what's your strategy with that cane is going to be based on your training. So when you're trained, you better believe it. Let me give you insights into that. ACSD, when you first come in, right? The idea is to make you effective in the first 2.5 hours of training, to where you can't just walk out there with the cane that you carry and people randomly put their hands on you because you're a force to be reckoned with. You know exactly how to handle that. You're doing it within, you know, what the law is as well. It's never been about randomly whacking anybody in the head with a cane or anything like that. We're totally against that, but essentially you're a trained individual. Right? What do we mean? The ACSD teaches you a power shot template. That means I'm going to trade this in because it's a lot safer. I'll take a drone, and thank you. But a power shot template, you know, in here with a cane that can withstand the rigors of making contact against something else. So the cane has to be of such material and constructed so that it can withstand the rigors of what it is you're going to do. That means that it can go cane against another impact tool. That means that it's not going to fold on you. It's not going to crack in a couple of power shots and you're done. So if I get somebody, right, so in here with a knife, right, I'm not flirting around in here. I'm going to go forward on this. I saw it. I saw the cane. I had the luxury of seeing, back off, get away, right? So take any one of those canes, which are actual, yeah. This is a Raven. I'm assuming this is a Raven or a hardwood cane. They're heavier, right? They're going to go through when you make, yeah, I can go with that. When she comes and is going to strike me, bang, if I do this, right, to knock this down, come in, bang, oh, boom, and come in and step in, hey, this can withstand, this isn't going to break, this isn't going to fold on me. That's your strategy, right? That's straight out of your ACSD 12 strike and defense zone. She comes through over here, boom, right? I'm using a drone to knock that down and then come in. It can't just fold. You can't use a drugstore variety cane because it's going to fold on you, and then you're going to have, now it renders the cane useless. Power shot strategy. It's a shaft strategy, not a cane tip strategy. Now, shift gears here. So follow me there. If you're using a power shot strategy where you're looking to destroy bone and absolutely, right? You're going to go with the hardwood canes like the ones you find over with our friends at Cane Masters, right from our ACSD. They make our wooden canes. I've been open about that. They make the finest wooden canes in the world. Or aircraft grade aluminum like that Raven that I opened up with. This is a padded drone. You wouldn't use this. So there, that makes a difference. And you got to choose that. If you're not power shot range. So now let's shift over to SOBREVIVENCIA here, Maestro Reese's system, right? So I'm going to go, that would be good. Let me have that one over there. Now you're going with a cane. This is a spinner. This is for handling. This isn't the cane. That's not the cane I want to trust when you come with a baseball bat at me. I don't want to put that in there. If you're going with something like this, or even of something that's just not going to hold up, including a folder, something drugstore, right? Maestro Reese didn't have access to any of that. It's a movement-based system. Now, so if she shows up with that knife, I'm not looking now to overwhelm with power shots. I have the distance game because I got the footwork game, and when she's coming in, bang, that's a tip game. And anything that comes in, put her away. If she's coming at me overhead, I'm not looking to do that with that cane. If I go to do something like that, oh, it's going to look like this. See the movement? In other words, I'm not putting the shaft, the cane shaft is not what's looking to make contact there, because it's a movement-based system. I'm to the outside, and my footwork does that for me, right? So if she were coming here, and he actually had to use this, when you're coming over here, no, to the bang, you're putting it, it's holding up, and it's coming, and your body is protecting that cane for you to get into the inside. That's why it doesn't fold. And if you were down here in immersion, we show you how to do this, what that's like, because you can actually whack in there, even if you're with a lighter cane and nothing's gonna happen there. It's gonna catch it here. You wouldn't be putting this, boom. It's more movement-based. When I move to the inside this way, if you make contact, the force of the blow has dissipated already. Does the cane matter? Absolutely, because you don't want that heavier cane. Your cane now is going to be lighter. So in Sobrevivencia, we use something that's lighter because there's a lot of movement and a lot of footwork coming in straight. Yeah, I'm just not there for it, right? It comes in, bang, I'm to the inside. Tip. Horn and only when you're in close. When doesn't it matter what cane you have? Well, doesn't matter. Obviously, if you don't have it, if you left it there, if you drop it and come down now, that's why you need the empty hand training. And I'm happy to see that over 90% coming to ACSD now choose the full strength ACSD cane and empty hand. But it doesn't matter when you're not trained. So I don't care whether you have, this is our top seller across all board. That's the Raven. It doesn't matter to me whether you have a hybrid, you know, made from our made friends over at Cane Master, Grandmaster Cane, whatever you have in your hand. Doesn't matter to me if you're not trained. Here's what's going to happen with that. You're going to poke around in here. You're going to come with a, and this guy who's stronger physically, always assume your opponent is bigger, stronger, faster, younger, is going to come in here, take this away from you, and beat you with it. Right? So now they're using it against you, and that's how you get victimized. That's how people get victimized when they're untrained. So when doesn't it matter the kind of cane that you're carrying? When you don't even have a strategy, when you're not trained, so you're not even educated on what to choose. That's why we do that call, right? That cane clarity call, so that we can have a conversation, find out who you are, what your injuries are, what your limitations are, and we can advise on something. But I'm going to tell you right now what the advice you're always going to get here is the real equalizer is always training. And yes, the cane matters when you're trained. When you're not trained, it doesn't matter. You're actually a liability with this thing if you're going to use it for self-protection, because you don't even know what you're doing, and you're going to lose it. They're going to take it away from you and use it against you. I hope that appeals to your common sense. Where does it all begin? Smartest thing you can do, always, I tell you, text those letters CCC. Let's jump on a conversation. We're at 70% for those of you Sobrevivencia. The only way to learn Sobrevivencia, by the way, the only way to learn this thing is to do it through that Patreon membership. And we're having immersion here February 20th through the 23rd. We're at 70% right now, so there's still openings, but let's have a conversation. First, let's make sure it's a good fit. I'm Joe Robaina for American Cane Self-Defense. Thanks for watching. Keep caning. Stay safe.